So tell me, Vi, what are we going to talk about today?
You dragged that out, something serious. Today on Keepin the Geek Bros podcast, episode 172, we've got 2014. You're throwing me off. We've got 20. Today on Keepin the Geek Bros podcast, episode 172, we've got 2024 franchise year-end reviews. We're going to be talking about Star Wars, DC, Marvel, Lord of the Rings, and open mic. Open mic.
Oh, open mic.
Talk to a girl meme coin rug pull. All this in more this week's episode. Stay tuned.
In a world where geeking out never looked so good, two incredibly sexy men will rise for your auditory pleasure. Here's your hosts, Keeping Up with the Geek Bros.
Yes. Keeping the Geek Bros podcast. I'm Vibe. With me is Man, and we are the hosts of the family podcast, allegedly.
So, what's going on with the Geek Bros?
Not a hot damn thing. You guys are lucky we even have a podcast before this series end. You guys are lucky I even renewed the hosting server fee for this podcast. No, not a thing. We're I don't know what to say. How about you explain or you talk? I don't know. I feel like I'm always being a scapegoat for this brand when in reality I don't have excuses. Besides, my computer sucks. That's why those episodes from a year ago have not come out yet because editing is a chore.
That's the number one problem. The number two problem.
That is not the number one problem.
The number two problem is life, and its glorious responsibilities and things. They tend to get in the way, and yeah.
Not a damn thing is happening. But remember, there's a backlog of plenty of things to watch. Old phases 1, 2, and 3. Keeping even up with the Geek Bros. We have 170 episodes. This man is consistently working on the social media, so he's always putting back things that you haven't seen. So or reminding you of things, and it's really funny to look at the past. You can see Geek Bros from times past and stuff and junk and stuff. But yeah, plenty. The entire catalog is there on the Geek Bros YouTube. Check it out. Why not? You might see some fun things there, old things. There's plenty to watch from the past while we try and get our act together. Trying. And if anything, just binge watch over and over again Ready Player Geek Bros because it is the funniest crap. The funniest crap we've ever done. All those episodes. I know you're not like Let's Plays. You're not about some of the Let's Plays. It's the conversations that we have and how notoriously awful I am at video games.
He is
notoriously awful at it, and you just hear me freaking out. I've watched a few episodes, and I'm quite shocked how many times I freak out while playing. I literally just scream into the mic, "What am I doing?" Check it out if you want to see Tourette syndrome, or you want to see a man's mental breakdown. That's me playing these random games, but it's fun. I would like to get back to it, and
me too. I really would,
but because that doesn't require much. But with a headset.
Time.
Okay, he's right. Anywho, so gents, what are we geeking about this week? Man.
I would like to geek out about what is it that came out recently? Stuff that just recently came out. I completely forgot what it was. No, I want to finish watching season 2 of Rings of Power. It's really hard for me to finish it because it's slow this season, and I'm sure most of you have finished it. Understand what I'm talking about? I also would like to see the War of Rohirrim, stuff that we're going to talk about. And we can talk about this in a little bit. Did you watch the Superman teaser
Trailer?
trailer?
I did.
Yeah, we can talk about that. Yeah, and
Oh,
I'm
that's
just
during DC. We can talk about that during
yeah.
DC.
So yeah, I'm excited to finally try and attempt at having a life and being able to say more things on this podcast, and doing this podcast more because I've really tried, guys. I'm trying, and there's digging him up. And
Family podcast.
yeah, so I'm trying my hardest. I am almost finished with the secret level.
That's and I'll dovetail on that. That's what I'm geeking out about. I'm geeking out about Secret Level. It's basically Amazon's video game answer to Love, Death, Robots. That's pretty much what it is.
Yep.
I didn't realize that's what it was. You know, well, the graphics are amazing. They're crazy. So think of the most photorealistic graphics you got from Love, Death, Robots game. Some of them were different animations. Think of the most really like hardcore looking graphics, and that's what all those episodes are. And it's really cool. Really cool. I did not understand the Pac-Man inspired one at all. I didn't understand the Pac-Man inspired one. I'm not done yet. I think I have 2 more episodes. I also want to geek out on God, what else was I watching? There was something else that I watched that I binged that I really, really, really enjoyed. And I just finished it. It was, well, it's not really geeking. It's called The English Teacher. It's on Hulu, guys. It's about a gay English teacher, and
See that?
that show slaps. It's hilarious.
Really?
It's hilarious.
I really
It's
wanted
called
to
The
see it.
English Teacher, ladies and gentlemen. It is hilarious. You know, it's just basically a gay English teacher. He's not like flaming, but you know, his boyfriend is though, or his ex, or whatever you called it. But you know, he's gay, and it's just the shenanigans he finds himself in are so stupid. It's great as a teacher, and he's got this like slamming hot like redhead friend, and it's a great time. It's something that actually most of the times I put TV on in the background while I'm doing something else. This show actually caught my attention where I stopped and had to watch it. And if I missed something, I had to literally just like rewind it and check it out.
I got 4 more episodes left.
Of what?
Secret level.
Oh, I think I have two. I think I have two. But yeah, definitely. I mean, it's not a geek show, but it's still something
Comedy.
it's comedy, and I definitely geeking out about it. It was 1 season so far. I binged it, and it was such a good time. Such a good time. And that's pretty much it. That's there was something else that I was watching, but I don't remember what it was anymore. I am geeking out about playing and I know I mentioned this before, Diablo 4 on the Xbox with my son. So basically we're just playing on it's an always online game and just hanging out and kicking ass.
I was told to try Path of Exile 2.
Is that a game?
Yes.
Okay.
It recently just came out like a couple of weeks ago.
On and the box?
On the box, on PlayStation.
What is it like?
Something similar to Diablo 4.
Path of Exile. No dead air.
I posted trailer and release date a little while ago.
Oh look, Path of Exile 2.
Mhm.
Let's see what this looks like. Oh, this looks
I hear it's amazing.
it's amazing.
That's what I hear.
I hear it's
That's
amazing.
what I hear.
Our early access will initially have 6 classes available. Let's have a look at them.
Okay.
Listing skill to level up.
Okay,
or
I
choose
see. I see.
Monk
Oh,
or staff. There are 3 skills
I
in
hear
martial
it
arts.
slaps your mama in the face like that barbecue sauce from next Friday.
Don't think you have to stick to just one.
here you guys
The
go.
best combos are going to involve mixing elements of all 3.
That's not bad.
Let's try killing palm. Like many monk skills, this can be used to quickly take advantage of a specific situation. If there's an enemy on low life, you can use killing palm to dash to them and kill them instantly. This will provide a power charge. Then we can use a different skill to consume that power charge for a much more devastating attack.
Interesting.
The monk also has powerful combo
So it
skills.
does look like.
Tempest spell, for example.
Let's see.
Don't worry about resummoning them all the time.
Yeah, so it's just like
Here,
Diablo.
using the
I can
skill
see it.
screen to allocate which grab the custom
I wouldn't
ignite.
steer you wrong, sir.
As a sorceress, you could become a storm weaver, a master of the elements. The Tempest Caller calls
Alright.
elemental storms.
You're trying to play
That's-
it on
that's-
the box, right?
That's cool, huh?
You're trying to play it on the box.
Uh-huh.
Let's see.
Not bad, not bad at all. So yeah, that's pretty cool. That looks pretty cool. I could
PS5, Xbox Series S and X, and Windows, Xbox One.
I like it. I like it. Maybe that's something I'll get out in the past because Diablo's a good time. We're having a blast with it, and even though he's moving to Orlando in May, we're gonna make the best out of it as much as we can. And I'm actually probably gonna get him an Xbox so we can play once a week if he, until he, starts living his life, as they all do, remotely. So it'll be really, 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 really fun to be able to play and not have to like drag each other on the screen when somebody else is kind of like looking at their phone.
Sorry,
So, it's very
looking at prices.
prices of what? It'll probably be on it sounds like beta, so it's probably gonna be on Game Pass.
No, it's not a beta
It's not? Yeah, you just said beta.
because that's an old.
That's an old video?
Well, yeah.
Excuse me.
Yeah, get it right.
Get it tight.
Get it right. Get it right. Get it tight.
All right, so that's it. That's what we're geeking out. So without further ado, episode 172, It Rhymed, starts now. But first, subscribe to our podcast, leave a review, share with your friends, and see, it's making the thumbs up thing. I just don't know what to do, how to do that. Yes.
Oh, is that what that is?
Yeah, it's something when you do this, it's supposed to. No, there it is. There it is.
Hold it. Maybe one thumbs up.
I don't know. Anyway, sorry guys. Without further ado, leave a comment, review, share with your friends. It's the right thing to do. Let's
Oh, it
move.
is early access.
It
My
told you.
apologies.
There you go. Let's get ready for this. Is so rough. Let's get ready. As I'll be saying that about all these episodes now.
Looks like it's free.
It's time for It's time for the fresh scent. Fresh scent. All right, 2024 franchise year in review. We're talking 4 franchises. We're going to talk about how this year went. We may project how we think it's going to go next year. No. So let's start with Star Wars, the thing that hurts my soul, breaks me mentally and emotionally. Man, what do you think? What's up? What do you think? Look at 2024, and I'll bring it up right now.
I just tell you right
2024
off the
Star
right off bat,
Wars.
shit.
Okay.
The only thing that we can look forward to for next year in 2025 is Andor season 2, which I hope to God they don't mess it up because season 1 was so amazing. I'm very reluctant to care for The Mandalorian and Grogu, which is a feature film coming. I have not watched the Skeleton Crew that had just recently came out on Disney Plus because I just don't have the time. But it's coming. I'm gonna watch it. And Bad Batch season 3.
So basically, this year for the most part, we had Star Wars: The Bad Batch season 3. We had Star Wars: Tales of the Empire. We had The Acolyte, Lego Star Wars, and Star Wars: Skeleton Crew. That's 2024 in a nutshell. I'm pretty sure that's what was released. The Bad Batch season 3, it ended with a whimper.
Yeah,
It was pretty
it.
unfortunate. And Star Wars: Tales from the Empire was
forgetful because I watched it and I don't even
I don't remember. I didn't remember that came out. Same thing. I don't remember that came out at all. It wasn't as good as Tales from the Jedi. And Tales from the Jedi was only good with the Dooku story,
right.
the Ahsoka story, and I think it was in the.
Oh, Ahsoka season 2 is also coming out.
No, it's not. They greenlit that?
Yeah.
Oh, that's awful. The Acolyte, with the exception of that boss lightsaber battle, was just awful.
Trash.
It was
and
just
was
bad.
Immediately canceled, which is hilarious.
Immediately canceled. Okay, which is a joke for us. Immediately canceled. Skeleton Crew, and I know he hasn't watched it yet. It really is Goonies in space, and it's by the guy I think who did like those kids shows, good kid movies. It's entertaining, but not as a Star Wars show. In other words, I like it, much like how I liked and you hated Miss Marvel. I loved Miss Marvel, but I love Miss Marvel, but not as a Marvel show. I like so far Skeleton Crew, but not for Star Wars.
So
I like
basically, if you just had removed the Star Wars
Yeah.
title or just Skeleton Crew.
I mean, I wouldn't have watched it because I watch Star Wars, which is the thing. But the premise is a great premise, but not
for Star Wars.
Not for Star Wars. Not in a Star Wars. It's not a Star Wars. For example, I don't know. You see the trailer? In the trailer, you see the trailer. Excuse me. Sorry. In the trailer, you see basically a suburban, like it looks like an earthly like
Mhm.
suburb. It doesn't exist in Star Wars. It's not a Star Wars thing. I like it. It's basically space suburbia, but it didn't have to be Star Wars. You know what I'm trying to say? That could have been any property, anything. Skeleton Crew doesn't need to be Star Wars whatsoever. That's what I'm trying to say. Skeleton Crew doesn't need to be Star Wars. Much like Miss Marvel didn't need to be Marvel. It needed to be set in the Marvel Cinematic Universe. The fact that it was in the Marvel Cinematic Universe was negligible. So Star Wars Skeleton Crew, it's negligible. This could have been a Lego show for all I care. But I like it. I like it for its kiddie angst. You know, I'm a kid at heart, so I enjoy watching kids being kids in certain situations. And but that's about it. You know, Star Wars was a huge letdown. Let me not talk about, you know, Obi-Wan and Mando season 3 and Ahsoka.
Also,
Good
there's
God.
supposedly another trilogy in
Of
the
what?
works. Star Wars.
Well, there was supposed to be a Rey movie in the works. I'd stop that. There's another trilogy in the works. That's probably going to stop that. There was another. I mean, Star Wars is a joke because Star Wars is just let's release something. Let's say we're releasing something and not follow through, and let's say we're releasing something and not follow through. They have announced, I want to say 5, 6 projects
Mhm.
since the episode was it 9, and nothing's come out. The only thing that is coming, yes, Mandalorian, Mando and Grogu is coming out because they already had that property, and they need something to go into the theaters. So they just repurposed season 4, whatever season 4 was. Is it going to be a good movie? Probably not.
Mm-mm.
Probably not. Probably not.
Yeah,
Is it?
I'm very fearful of the Star Wars franchise. At this point, I think it's just better off to just leave it dead and just dead it and leave
I don't, it
it.
doesn't have to be dead. It needs to
Or
go on a hiatus. It needs
yeah,
to
or
disappear
just
for 5 years.
veer away from the, as we've said before, mentioned several times, the Skywalker saga. Put a new story in. Start something else.
But they have tried to put new stories in. They have not landed.
'Cause they-
Andor is the only
He's the only one
non-Skywalker that, and
not
nobody.
really, because it deals with the Rogue One situation.
Right, but that's not Skywalker story.
It started it, kind of.
No.
It's because at the end of Rogue One, that's the message that got sent to Princess Leia. That, only you're my
Oh.
only hope. Obi-Wan.
I mean, you're really reaching here, but yeah, sure. It's
just
it's a pre it's a pre yes, but okay. All right, fine. But Acolyte tried its best and it failed.
This is just a lot of
I think
bad acting.
was it only the Acolyte that had nothing to do with the Skywalker realm? I mean, yeah, I think so. That was way outside of the trilogies and the
I mean,
stories.
even this the Lego Star Wars movie. I didn't watch any of it, but I saw the trailer. They made Jar Jar Binks a Sith Lord.
Awesome. It's called what the Rebuilding the Galaxy, really?
Rebuilding the Galaxy.
I'm checking that out. I'm checking that out. Did they really?
They made Jar Jar Binks a Sith Lord. It was hilarious. I mean, I saw, from what I saw in the trailer, but I don't know. There's just so much they could do with this, I guess, franchise, and I don't know why they refuse to.
Because they want something. They want a different audience that doesn't really exist. And let's be reasonable. Let's be reasonable. They need to just give it 5 years. Much like what the MCU should have done. The MCU should have taken a break at the end game because you build hype that way. It's dead.
22 movies.
Yes.
Jesus
If
Christ.
the MCU was smart, they would have stopped. They would have developed their whole next phase. You know what I'm trying to say?
Mhm.
Up front, in full,
Mhm.
and then hit it out the gate.
But look what happened, and this is unbiased to everything that we're talking about
Mhm.
today. Look at Avatar. It took 10 years to make in between those two movies, and
I hate that movie. Well, no, I'm sorry.
first one was and then the second one was trash. Sorry to say.
I never saw the second one. I barely even watched the first one.
I saw the second one, but it wasn't anything extraordinary. But even then, it was just, that's a far reach. So even time doesn't really.
Time doesn't matter because if the franchise has lasting, or what we call in the business stickiness, consumer stickiness, then I know, then there's nothing to worry about. You know, you shouldn't have had to jump out of the gate with something else. Just wait. Both Star Wars after Episode 9 and Marvel should have waited 3 to 5 years, build anticipation, and when it comes out, you don't think it's gonna make money? The first one would have hit.
Of course.
Would have hit.
But then again, look what happened this year with Deadpool.
What? Yeah, but that built anticipation. Deadpool wasn't considered MCU. I still don't
At
consider
first, no.
it MCU.
It is now. Because they
Did you
finally
did you watch the movie?
I've watched it 3 times, sir.
Exactly. It's in the MCU by name only,
By
but
default,
by default.
because of the TVA, they threw that into the whole
Correct.
equation.
But the entire thing was in the Fox universe.
Right. It was not really.
Yeah.
No.
All you
'Cause-
saw was Fox universe characters.
But they brought everybody over to the MCU.
At the end, the MCU was a little bit in the beginning and a little bit at the end. All of it was in the TVA, but the TVA was just tossing everybody into the Fox universe, into the Phantom Zone.
And that's pretty much that's the correlation from what made the movie part of the MCU.
Correct, but
That was the
barely
bridge.
it was barely in the MCU.
I mean,
It took place in the MCU for I think a total of 10 minutes runtime.
I just like the fact that he just kept knocking on that fourth wall and was just like, Sony sucks. He just kept making cracks at Sony. It was great.
It was good. He did?
Yeah.
Sony or
Yeah.
Fox?
Fox.
Okay, I'm sitting there like I don't remember talking about
No,
Sony.
he's talking about Fox.
Yeah.
20th century, you see that like dead in the background.
Yeah, but I liked it, but it wasn't an MCU movie. Not even close. I mean, they on the screen they showed trailer clips of past movies. That's all they did.
Well, yeah.
That's it. That's the
And-
MCU right there.
And they're talking about him having a reappearance in the MCU. They just haven't decided how they're going to do it yet.
Yeah, because he's not ready for a 4, and he doesn't even know if he wants to do a 4. Let's see. All right, so we're gonna move on now to Marvel. Let's talk about Marvel, okay? In 2024,
Oh, I didn't even watch that first one.
in 2024, Marvel, 2 live-action Disney Plus shows, Echo and Agatha All Along, 2 animated series, X-Men 1997 and season 3 of What If, which I have not seen at
I
all
haven't
yet,
seen season 3 either.
and 1 feature film, Deadpool and Wolverine. So, all things considered, 2024 was a light year, and it was Marvel reacting to the fact that they had dud after dud after dud after dud, except for Spider-Man, which technically is a Sony thing, more so than it is. Well, I mean, it is an MCU thing, but Sony, hit that.
Yeah, she did.
Echo was who asked for that?
I didn't even I couldn't bring myself to watch it, and it against my own 3-episode rule, I just couldn't do it.
I watched it because I wanted to see Daredevil appear, and I wanted to see him kick some ass, and he kind of did, and that was it. Same reason why I watched She-Hulk. I watched She-Hulk because I wanted to see Daredevil kick some ass, and he kind of didn't, minus the Walk of Shame. So that's why I watched all of Agatha All Along.
I did too.
And
I hated it.
I don't know who that was for either.
Yeah, it was completely like, let's make it a wish
Yeah,
thing, and then like no one knows why.
That was another thing that did not have to be an MCU property. That could have been Hocus Pocus, the series.
Yeah, pretty much.
That's what it should have been. Hocus Pocus.
the fourth sister that no one knew.
Exactly. This could have been Hocus Pocus, the next generation. Like, for all we care, that had nothing to do with the MCU
God, that was so horrible.
at all. And it wasn't very good.
And shout out to my homeboy Gio, who will probably see this because he was hyping up the show the entire time.
Agatha All Along?
Yeah, and I was just like,
He was fucking with you.
No,
He was.
I think he was genuine about his excitement for this.
He likes witches and
He's a geek. He likes Marvel. He likes anything Marvel, and I guess he was just waiting for something to come along that was actually good.
it wasn't though.
And it was not.
It wasn't. It wasn't at all. It wasn't at all.
And
And
then I watched part of X-Men. I didn't watch all of it.
X-Men 97 was hot.
Yeah,
X-Men 97 was really
the first
good.
few episodes was very nostalgic.
Yes.
and brought that 90s feel to
Yeah.
it, which was made it enjoyable.
Yes.
Did not see season 3 of What If yet.
Me either. I didn't even know that came out.
I don't even remember if I saw season 2.
I didn't finish season 2. I wasn't really into it. I have to rewatch season 2 because I heard season
Yeah.
3 is a little interesting.
I have to watch.
So I gotta rewatch season 2, but I didn't watch I didn't see that.
And then obviously Deadpool and Wolverine.
Which knocked it out the park.
Yeah.
But everybody knew it was gonna knock it out the park. And it was such a good time.
And I think it's because Ryan Reynolds was so involved. I mean, the hype up was amazing. Throughout all of these years, the hype up, the cut scenes is like, hey, Hugh, you want to make another Wolverine movie? Yeah, sure, whatever. Just little clips like that. Like they really went in on this, and I think just Ryan Reynolds' involvement was the peak of it all.
Yeah.
And I love this movie. It was amazing. And
I watched it. I watched it twice in Japan. I watched it.
was it in English?
Yeah,
Oh,
just with subtitles. They had subtitles.
oh, okay.
Yeah, it's gonna be in English. It's English. Well, you could watch. No, yeah, it wasn't
Wouldn't it be
dubbed.
dubbed? Wouldn't it do there?
No, it wasn't. It
Sorry,
was
I
English. It
didn't
was
mean to
English. It
disrespect.
was. That wasn't even. Was that was was that your attempt of Japanese? Oh, but is that what you did? Where did you think that? Where? In your thought process, where did you hear that sounding like
It
Japanese?
really didn't. What did it do? Sorry.
This is not Shogun. Nobody talks like that. I am so sorry. I just I'm embarrassed for him. Jesus Christ. I saw it twice in Japan and twice here back in the States. And then of course, whenever I can, I watch it on Disney Plus because it's great.
Yeah, I watched it at home like 3 or 4 times
Yeah.
before, on my totally legal
Mhm.
streams of service.
Screams furious.
Streams of service. And then I've watched it a couple more times on Disney Plus.
Yeah. Good movie, very good movie. That's the highlight. That's the only highlight of the Marvel Cinematic Universe in 2024. 2025, we're looking at Captain America: Brave New World,
Daredevil Born Again.
Daredevil Born Again,
There's a new Spider-Man animated show. I forgot.
Spider-Man Year One, not Year,
No, not Year
not
One.
Year One. What's it called?
I
High
forget.
School Days.
Yeah, it's some weird nonsense.
Who cares?
I took a screenshot.
But it's voiced by Tom Holland, right? He's voicing Spider-Man or no? I know that Benedict Cumberbatch. I know that Benedict Cumberbatch. He's coming. He's about voicing Doctor Strange in it. But this is not. This is like a different multiverse kind of cartoon.
My thing is, I'm getting they're pulling too many strings
What do you mean?
with the Spider-Man or the multiverse. It's getting kind of old. You need to do something else.
Well, they're getting out of it. They jumped the gun. I don't know what it's called. Spider-Man, Disney Plus. Sorry guys, this wasn't planned out, but we're actually just like Spider-Man Disneyland? No. Spider-Man
No,
Junior?
here
No.
it is. Actually, it's called Your Friendly Neighborhood Spider-Man, coming out on
Ooh.
January 29th.
Yeah, your friendly neighborhood Spider-Man. So, that's looking forward to that. But what do you think? The multiverse has been just a miss, like Deadpool said, miss after miss after miss. They're leading up to they pulled the Hail Mary by bringing Robert Downey Jr. back as Doctor Doom. How do you feel about that?
I mean,
I don't like it.
I'm
It's stunt casting. I don't like it.
I'm okay with the fact they're giving him a job again, whatever. No big deal.
He doesn't need a job again. He's got
I
all the
know
money
he
in the
doesn't
world.
need it, but he's a very exceptional actor. Also, I don't know if you paid attention, but they also recasted Chris Evans in Avengers Doomsday.
Right, he's gonna play
Supposedly,
the idea,
he's the Hydra version of,
or he's gonna
Captain
play
America.
Nomad. But the fact of the matter is, yes, they're going to play it up where it's gonna be the anti-Avengers, where Doctor Doom is gonna have his own Avengers. It's gonna be the same characters, but they're gonna be playing evil versions of themselves.
Yeah.
Yay, yay! I love it. Who cares?
I don't know what
You
they're
know?
doing, but they need to get off of this multiverse nonsense.
But the multiverse could have worked. It's just that they don't have any compelling characters besides Spider-Man, and that's debatable.
And
uh,
Blade.
Blade doesn't even exist. There's only one Blade. There's only going to ever be one Blade. I can't believe they let like keep that phrase in the
I
movie.
can't either because they didn't even kill the movie yet. They shelved it because they can't find
Yep.
a directing staff for it. And that's pretty much the only reason why that's been shelved. But that phrase, there's only gonna be one Blade.
Yeah, I cannot believe they let that go through, but that's great. It's not even just that. He purposely had Deadpool go like this to the camera. Like just in case. We know what we're trying to say. Like that's I can't believe this. That's how you know the executives weren't paying attention. There's
Not
no
to
way.
mention, there's only been one Wolverine besides Calverine, which made
That would have been great. That's great casting.
that
That would be great casting. They should have done that.
that was definitely a nice.
That was a great casting. Okay, and I never knew that was an idea.
Yeah.
I never knew that people were fan casting him. So like that was cool,
Mhm.
and he worked.
Yeah,
He worked really well.
And he said the only reason why his beard looked like that is for that scene only. That he was afraid to do anything else, and that he was excited to play that scene. So
They need to make him Because he can do 10 years.
He can do anything. And it's Henry Cavill.
Yeah, he can do 10 years.
Speaking of Henry Cavill, he's going to play the new what's his name? Something McLeod in the new Highlander movies remakes.
I could see it.
Connor McLeod.
I could see it. I could see it. I could see it.
They're remaking that.
Oh, he's just getting on all the geek properties.
Oh yeah.
I gotta meet this guy. He seems like he'd be a really cool friend. You know, just like a cool guy. Because he's all about the geek
Put
properties.
that on your bucket list.
My was it my wish?
Me-
Not my wish list. What is it
Me and
called?
befriend Henry Cavill.
Yes. Yes.
Hey, Henry, we love you, buddy.
Yeah.
Camera's up there. Sorry. We love you, buddy. Please come meet us and talk to us and tell us.
Did you know that Star Wars Celebration is in Tokyo in April? And I'm gonna just miss it. I leave Asia in March. I didn't know that. I would have shifted my plans and gone to Star Wars Celebration in Tokyo.
That's crazy.
I'm missing it by a month. I'm gonna be in Asia, and I leave, and a month later, Star Wars Celebration. I wish I could extend my time, but I can't.
Sorry, buddy.
Yeah,
That really.
I didn't know it. I didn't
That
realize
sucks.
it. Yeah, it just hit me. I was like, what? That would have been amazing footage. Amazing footage.
I would have loved to have gone. I love thinking about it.
So yeah, so that's it for Marvel. Marvel, Marvel is what Marvel does. So let's go to DC. Okay. Let's go to DC. DC releases in 2024. Oh, I just remembered another franchise. But yeah, DC. So let's talk about it. Anytime now.
So DC this year, recently they just released an animated show called Creature Commandos. I have yet to have watched that. Joker Folie à Deux.
Oh God.
Yeah, horrible reviews from what I heard and from what I watched,
Yeah.
especially because it's a damn musical.
Mhm.
Um,
Yeah, that tanks. That tanks something awful. But they say it's because the director, what?
none of these Blue Beetle didn't come this year.
No, I know. I don't know how to look this up. It's just being stupid. But keep going.
You should have just had what you had on there.
What did I have on there?
Well, I don't know.
I didn't have anything on there.
So yeah, there's that. What else came out this year? I think there was a season of what's her name? Harley Quinn that came out. Have you watched that?
There's a series?
Yeah, it's an animated series. It's fucking amazing.
Oh, yeah, I watched season 1. I kind of got turned off when they kind of did a love thing between her and Poison Ivy.
It is what it is.
I've got nothing against it, but when it didn't feel natural to me. I don't like.
It's still a great show.
Yeah, it threw me. I was just like, I don't want to give a shit
Oh,
about
actually,
this.
there it is right there. Harley
What?
Quinn. They also came out with, and I don't know if you remember him from Harley Quinn show. What do they call it? A series that deals with that as well. Kite Man. Kite Man has his own series.
Who's Kite Man? No, but who's Kite Man?
Apparently, he's a guy that flies on a kite.
That's a series?
Yeah.
All right, so it's Joker the Penguin. I heard the Penguin was really good.
Oh yeah, that's right.
I heard that was really
Another
good.
one I didn't watch.
Creature Commandos, I've watched the first 4 episodes. It's muddying the waters only because James Gunn reset the universe, but Peacemaker is still part of his universe.
Mm-hmm.
And Creature Commando actually it's the same Amanda Waller, and they reference exactly how it ended, how Peacemaker ended. So and that his and that the father, Rick Flag the senior is in it, and he mentioned his son dying. So I don't really know what he's doing with that. It looks like the Suicide Squad, Peacemaker are still, even though they're directly connected to the Snyderverse, is going to be. I don't know how he's doing that. But Creature Commanders is pretty. It kind of reminds me of a worse version of Vox Machina.
Worst version of Vox Machina.
Yeah, Vox Machina was really good.
And yeah, I really like Vox Machina.
But it's like a worse version. It's like a no, okay, not a worse version. a Wish.com or a Temu version of it. You know what I'm saying?
That's right. That
But
hurts.
no, but it's not
But it's not
bad.
bad.
It's not bad. It's just that when I'm watching it, I'd rather be watching Vox Machina.
Which new season is coming, by the way?
Yes, they greenlit a fourth season. So
Thank God.
my hair is doing something really weird.
Yeah, I got to get on Creature Commandos and the Penguin. I am not going to watch Joker. That's just not happening.
Yeah, no.
Justice League Crisis on Infinite Earths.
I'm watching it. I don't like it. I don't like the animation.
I wanted to watch it, but I never got around.
I don't like the animation. I just don't like it. But I'm at part two. Watchmen, what? What was that?
There's an animated series, not series, sorry, movie.
There is?
Yep.
Oh,
Basically the same fucking story, and they put it into two different parts. So part one, I believe, came out this year.
oh,
I'm really not certain about part two.
oh, okay. So yeah, DC, you know, kind of didn't care about anything. Blue Beetle tanked, even though I kind of liked Blue Beetle, kind of liked it. Aquaman 2 tanked
Horrible.
horribly. The Flash tanked, and his Flash was really bad. It was really bad, like really
Also
bad.
very horrible.
Yeah, it was really bad. But yeah, so what do you think about 2025? DC, let's talk. All right, let's talk Superman Legacy. July 11th, 2025. You saw the trailer, I saw the trailer. So this is not technically a trailer review, but what did you think? I was indifferent.
I was also indifferent. The issue that I have with that is that it's fucking James Gunn, and he's doing what he did with Marvel, where he's shoving a bunch of villains and characters in the movie.
Well, it's not an origin story for Superman.
I
I
know
think it's
that.
like Superman year one, or he's
But
already been
the
Superman.
issue that I have with that is pretty much like any other Marvel movie or whatever in the past. You have too many characters that all have extraordinary and amazing storylines.
Right.
But when you have too many characters and you have so much time to have this movie being done, you don't the focus gets lost. You see what I'm saying?
You're right. Okay. Okay.
And they've put so many people in this movie. It's just
No, yeah, I saw a lot, but I respect it because it's like I don't mind it because it's like okay, this is already a lived-in universe. You're not starting with one superhero and then he meets another superhero, and then he meets another superhero. You know what I'm saying?
right.
You're putting you into the world where they already exist, and of course they're gonna cross paths in a way. You know, so I kind of respect that to a degree. I don't mind it. I mean. I don't know. I don't really care about,
Oh yeah, it's
this
already
this Superman kind of a thing. You know what I'm trying to say? Like I don't care kind of a thing. I have no interest
my
in
my biggest issue again is you threw out Henry Cavill's version
Mhm.
to do this. And I believe this is going to tank. This movie is going to tank. I don't see any success coming from this movie.
But that's the sad part because that everything rides on this. Everything rides on this.
It's oops. I don't see it happening at all. At all.
Is that say Waller like as in like an Amanda Waller
Waller.
series?
Yeah.
Why? Like a Dark Agents of Shield?
And there's another Lanterns coming out that's going to deal with shit, what the hell?
Why Booster Gold? Why? I mean, the Batman 2's coming, but that's not going to be part of James Gunn world. Waller, Lanterns, Paradise Lost is about what? What? Oh, that's the mascara. That's the mascara. The Authority. What's that?
That's
Batman.
no, that's not what I'm thinking of.
Okay.
Thinking of somebody else.
I think that this is all like, and then Batman the Brave and the Bold, which is the title of a cartoon, by the way. Supergirl, Woman of Tomorrow. Okay. Swamp Thing. I don't know why, but okay. Yeah, I'm not really like digging.
Yeah, there's really nothing enticing.
Yeah, I'm not really digging any of what's coming out. But we'll see. We'll see what happens. I'll watch. I will watch Superman Legacy just for the hell of it. I watch Superman Returns. I'll watch that. Why not? It's like a cross between the two, but I'm just saying like I don't know. I don't
A
know.
movie about a team of anti-heroes known as the Anti-Justice League.
The Authority?
Yeah.
Why? Why are we doing this? I think he's not. I don't know.
He's all over the place again. This is the issue that I had with him with Marvel.
All right. So I threw a Hail Mary in there for Sony. Before we get to Lord of the Rings, because Lord of the Rings really is only 2 properties. I wanted a Sony's year in review. Sony but Sony Spider-Man universe releases this year. 2024. Let's see what brings it up. What brings up?
Madam Web.
Is that all?
Yeah, that's it. That was all the
That was
shit.
all that came out this year? No, Craven came out.
Craven's not. Oh, well, yeah.
Yes, it
Craven
did.
is
Yeah.
out.
So we got Madam Web, which was I never watched it. I watched the reviews of it. It was great. It's great. It's absolutely great.
Trash.
It's great.
I started watching it for I think I'm 15 minutes into the movie back in October.
Okay, you have a 3-episode rule. How far are you going to?
Do I do movies?
How long are you going to do movies? Is it 30 minutes?
Listen, I was watching it on the
Or
the flight
30,
to the Bahamas.
Okay.
I was like, all right, let me download it from Netflix. Let me see if it's whatever. And the flight to the Bahamas is about 30 minutes as it is. So half the flight, I was like, I can't do that.
Really bad.
And I started watching something else. It's just
I had no
it's
interest.
horrible.
But I love, and I repeat, love the reviews for it. Did you watch Venom: The Last
I
Dance?
still have not.
I lost interest after Venom 1. I watched Venom 2, but
Yeah, Venom 2 is trash. Carnage did
but
Woody Harrelson.
no, I didn't
I still have not watched this one.
but this one bombed too, right? And Craven, I think they already pulled I think they already pulled Craven from theaters. I heard it was just
No one thought this movie was gonna be good. I'm sorry.
of course not.
No one.
Because who asked for a Craven movie? Sony, let me ask you a question. Like, what are you thinking? Like, what were you thinking? The only movie that hits is Spider-Man Across the Spider-Verse. That franchise.
That's what they're trying to do. Is that they're trying? I think there's another license war coming
Okay.
when it comes to Spider-Man, especially. So I think what they're trying to do is they're trying to see which character is going to hit, and then that's going to be their next 10 movies.
I guess, but good God.
They haven't. They've struck out every time.
Good God. I mean, they Venom, I mean, it was a terrible movie, but Venom, made the money, so they should have like really leaned into the Venomverse. I mean, they did, but it was so there was no thorough. There was no characters that like a Coulson that like made you want to watch the next one. You knew they were all in the same universe, but they had nothing to do with each other, from my understanding. There was no thorough line. There was no nothing. I mean, yeah, sure. What's his name? Morpheus. Morbius said, I'm Venom, as a joke, but they reference each other, I guess.
That was pretty funny, even though that movie sucked as well.
Yeah. So, yeah. But here's the thing about that, though. Here's the thing about that. Their Spider-Man universe of anti-heroes is dead. They made it very clear. Where do you think they're going to go from here? Besides like really leaning in, if they just focus exclusively on the Spider-Man Across the Spider-Verse franchise, I mean,
well, that movie's supposed. The second part is still coming out.
Yeah.
And then they have the one where what is it? Your neighborhood Spider-Man is coming out next month.
But that's a Disney thing. That's not a Sony thing.
But that they don't have anything. There's nothing for them to go for.
Right.
And I haven't heard anything new coming out.
Do you think the rumor is, do you think they're gonna sell the property back to Disney?
They should, honestly, because they've bombed, they've ruined everything.
Yeah.
And I think people lost interest when they hinted Venom being part of the MCU in that whole collapse.
And then was a waste. That was a waste. They had him bloop in and bloop right out. And he didn't go anywhere.
I wonder how much that scene costed them. Just to put that in there and do nothing with it.
Nothing. Because he literally said, we need to find this guy. We thought that was gonna do something. Somewhere was gonna go there. Why didn't I don't know, man.
I
I couldn't believe it. I couldn't believe it. He
I was
blooped in
so
and blooped right
I was so
out.
pissed off that that happened. I was like, "Oh my God, something good, finally good is going to come from this." And then crickets.
Yep.
Not even crickets. What the void? It was just dead silence.
Yeah.
It's just nothing.
I guess they could. I guess they couldn't. They couldn't. I guess they couldn't come to an agreement with Marvel or something. I would love to know the story behind that. What was the intention and why didn't it happen? Why didn't it happen? Just put Venom in there. Lend Venom to Disney for a little bit. Let him play with it. But what did you afraid of? We were gonna do something better with him, and that's it.
I mean, look what they did with Spider-Man. They gave Spider-Man, lent him out or whatever, and then it became a great fucking thing. And then they even brought all three Spider-Man back
Yeah.
and made that amazing.
Yeah.
That Far Away Home, was that what? No Way Home?
No Way Home.
That was amazing.
Yeah, it was.
Why not continue this track? Like, hey, Disney, you've got the money.
What I don't understand is everybody it was nostalgia for Tobey Maguire. It was redemption for Andrew Garfield's
Mhm.
character, and then you had Tom Holland. Why couldn't you just convince one of the two of them to be the Spider-Man in your Venom universe? So what was up with that? Something was gotta be wrong. Do it. I think the person who came out the best was Andrew Garfield's Spider-Man. He came out the best in that movie. Okay, let's be real. They could have taken that momentum and done a Spider-Man 3 with him, right? An Amazing Spider-Man 3, and retroactively say he was part in the Venom universe and do that arc.
I'm
You
sorry.
know what I'm saying?
Still my favorite Spider-Man,
Who?
Andrew Garfield.
Why?
He related most
To what?
to me
You
as a Spider-Man.
you rode skateboards?
He rode skateboards.
Did you ride skateboards?
I didn't say like he was relatable to me. I'm saying as far as the comic version of the Spider-Man, that's what relates to me. I'm not saying I relate to him.
But wasn't he more of a dickhead? He was more of like a
He was a smartass. That was Peter Parker throughout his entire high school years. He was a smartass.
oh
Quick-whipped.
cool whipped. He was cool whipped. He was quick and his
He had some strawberries.
he was cool whipped all through high school.
Whatever.
Quid pro cool whip. All right, so we're gonna move on now. Let's do Lord of the Rings because we actually do want to do so. Oh my God, we're just killing the entire time. Told you this, we had plenty to talk about. All right, Lord of the Rings, real quick. Lord of the Rings, season 2 of Rings of Power and the
War of
Rohirrim, which was basically which company was that? Warner Brothers, Cinemark?
Yeah.
I don't know.
Warner Brothers.
Whatever. Yeah, it was just them holding on to the trademark. That was just a trademark thing because they knew if they you have to have something in development, and when you don't, after a while, you lose the
You
rights.
use the rights to it.
So that's what that was about, which is interesting. That they went that route.
Still haven't watched it.
I'm not going to. Even though I heard it was okay. I heard it was
No,
okay.
I hear good things.
I heard it was okay, but I'm not interested at all. Rings of Power season 2 is a slog.
It is.
I mean,
And impossible to watch on my phone.
what do you mean?
It's so fucking dark.
Oh,
Like no matter how high I have the brightness, I can't see shit. So now I have to watch something bigger. It's just annoying. And that's why I'm only on episode like 3. Because I'm like, what is going on? And then you hear the music, you hear something, you're like, what is going on? And I don't see shit.
yeah, it's not that great. I mean, I'm not a big, even though this series made me look at the real lore and check out the lore. I'm not a lore head when it comes to Lord of the Rings. But I totally respect the people saying this is a hot mess because season 2 is a hot mess. A lot of contrivances. The story is I still can't tell you what the plot of season 2 was.
From what I gather, this is the point of the war where Sauron rises.
Sauron. See how he said it?
Sauron. Where he rises to power. However, you also see his failures, which to me makes me laugh because he's supposed to be so powerful.
Yeah.
But he's been killed.
Yes.
He
became Venom for a little bit. He became Venom for a little bit.
He became a symbiote.
He became a symbiote. He was the first symbiote. And then what happened was that basically Rings of Power 2 connects directly to the Spider-Man verse of Sony.
This is the missing.
This is the missing link.
Oh
This is the
wow!
missing link.
Now I understand.
Venom is a symbiote. Venom is from Sauron. He's a piece of Sauron, you know. Sauron lives in Venom. That's why he doesn't have the Spider-Man thing across here.
It's just the eye,
It's just the eye.
the all-seeing eye.
That's it. But
It's
it was bad. It's a bad season. It's a story. I liked season one. I did.
Yeah.
I liked season one. I liked where it was going, and you know, people hate on the whole reveal, but I was genuinely shocked when the Southlands turned into Mordor. I was like, yeah, what? Yeah,
Yep.
I liked it. I did like it, but you know, I was like, that was hot. Season two, I feel like season two, they didn't know where they were going. I think the subplot with the dwarves losing the sunlight, I thought that was ass.
Yeah.
I thought it was hot, and it's funny because I actually liked their subplot, their story. I thought it was ass. I thought it was ass, and I think that the way the rings are being handled, how they're already a corrupting force, is also stupid.
Yeah.
You know, why is it turning? Because here's the thing: you're putting on the ring, it's turning this one evil. This is weird. This is weird. Why would you keep going? Why would you keep continuing? Why wouldn't you? You know, it's
Take
like
off the ring.
take off the ring. Take off the ring. Fine, but whatever. But recall is. Even in the modern day, when it's an issue, they recall things. You are a Smith. This is your baby. This is your pride and joy. This is your creation, and it is fucking up. Wouldn't you want to take that out of the world, fix it, and then put it back into the world? So I don't understand. What do you mean it's corrupting? Because I lied? Okay. Well, we'll leave it out there. I'm gonna do it better with the next rings. What are you talking about, bro?
I'm not even that far ahead.
Fix the issue of sorry. Well, yeah, but it's just the simple fact of the matter though is that the story for me was I didn't care for it. I didn't care for it. It was really boring. It's really slow and really boring.
It's on top of not being able to see anything in the darkness.
Darkness rises.
I don't understand what's going on. Like I said, it seems like the rise and fall of the all-powerful Sauron, and you don't even understand why it's happening.
They made Sauron sympathetic, and I hate it.
Which is crazy because they ended season one with him finally, revealing himself in a very cold manner, and now he's I understand everybody now.
Yeah,
I want to be a nice guy, but not at the same time.
He's conflicted, but that's Hollywood's thing now, where there is no evil, there's no objective evil. Every evil person has to be misunderstood. Every evil person has to have a point. You know what I'm saying? I mean, not to jump into it, but the Mufasa, they did that with Scar. You know what I'm saying?
The movie?
Yeah.
The new one?
Yeah.
Did you watch it?
No.
Okay, I'm not going to.
No, but basically it's about it tells you how Scar became Scar.
Became Scar,
but Scar wasn't always
and then
evil.
Mufasa was an orphan who became part of the family.
Correct. And that he kind of betrayed him, and that's what made him, and it was kind of Mufasa's fault that he became Scar. Like, come on. There's nothing wrong with in narrative works to have what's called objective evil. What's wrong with having objective evil?
Correct.
They made the frigging orcs in season 2 sympathetic. With orc little babies and orc wives. What are we doing? What are we doing?
My people, I need to protect them.
So, like, I don't know. I think it was unfortunate. And I don't know. They're gonna go to season 3. They're committed to 5 seasons, and it was awful. So, Lord of the Rings, they're down. All right, we're gonna move on because we need to finish this up. We're gonna move on to open mic. So it's the we're only doing this. We're only doing it because it's funny and it's trending. Why not? Okay. So the hop to a meme coin rug pull. Now we're gonna this I got exposed to this from CoffeeZilla, and it is all kinds of awesome. So we're gonna play a little bit of that so you can just understand. Okay. Here we go.
Be happy to answer any questions.
I have questions. I'm raising my hand.
Okay, so this is basically the team behind the Hawk coin after the rug pull. This is the response, and they have an open forum, I believe, on Twitter. And so CoffeeZilla right now he's getting on the open forum. The team behind it and Haley Welch, as you can see here, she's here, and the team is here to talk about what happened. They're blaming it on snipers, people who basically just bought up all the coins, and when everybody else bought it, when the price skyrocketed, they pulled out and everybody lost their money. That's what a sniper is for the most part. So now he is now about to explain it. So you can check this out on Vladzilla. You guys see it on
Void.
screen. Voidzilla. Sorry, that looks like an L to me. I need glasses. He's about to ask some questions.
Hey guys,
Coffeezilla.
That's Haley Welch.
one of the most miserable, horrible launches I've ever seen in my life.
What kind of motherfucker are you on?
I've been tracing it on chain for a while. You guys generated over $1 million in fees while y'all's fans got rug pulled. There was snipers, but there was also insider trading directly linked to y'all's creator account. What are you guys doing?
No. That's not true. That's
That
not
is true. That's a
No,
fact.
it's not.
Well, it's a fact, and you can see it on chain. So
Yeah, we know. We trust me. We were there. We can answer that.
Sipping some tea, y'all.
you
no-
know about the insider trading?
No, there's no insider trading. That's why we can answer it.
Okay, so there's
Co-
tokens
Coffeezilla,
going
just-
directly from the main account,
Coffeezilla, just chill for a second.
and then it's getting sold for 50K. Who is that?
That's definitely not us. You think we're doing this for 50K? Yeah, fucking right. Talk to the wrong guy. You're used to these bullshit scammers out here. Not us. Now we had.
That's what
we had
everyone says, by the way.
Listen, doesn't
Not
matter.
me.
No, I'm not everyone. There was a
You're different.
strategic allocation, right, through a foundation. Every single one of those was signed through a SAFT. The deployer wallet. You've heard of a strategic allocation or a
How
private
much did y'all
sale.
get doing a pre-sale? How much did y'all make?
It's not that we
Selling out your
made.
fans.
Oh,
so other
over here,
people
can you
can
give
jump on your
exact?
fan.
Hold on, Coffeezilla. Take a chill pill, brother.
So
Let's
Y'all
just
just-
see- No, there's no rug. We're here every single day. There's no rug pulled. And it's not done by us. Yes, snipers sniped it up to an insane market.
No,
cap
it's
and
not
dumped
the
it.
sniper.
That was not us.
Not
That
just
was
that, you
listen.
know that.
Listen, no. I'm telling you the truth.
And y'all made millions on fees from this little scheme.
There's not a.
Oh,
It's
I'm
not.
sure
It's
that's
not a
not you getting
scheme.
those fees,
It's
right?
not a
Who's making
scheme.
the money
It's
on
not
the
a-
fees?
it's
Who's
not a
making
scheme.
millions of dollars on fees from this rug pull?
That's not a scheme. That's the
Who's making
project. So we
fees?
can keep this thing going for years. Okay. That's how do you think? There's so many expenses.
Who makes the money on the fees? Someone just made over $1 million on fees. Who made it?
First of all, the fees were there with Meteora pools,
Mm-hmm.
and that goes to the creator, right? Who's
Which is who?
Who
Who does that
which-
who does that belong to?
that belongs to the project,
Mm-hmm.
right?
Who's the project? Who is the
that-
project?
Well, the project is over here, Haley Welch, right? And
How much
there's
does Haley
and there's a
Welch
lot.
own?
This is Haley Welch's project.
So
and-
she owns
and
all of it?
Coffeezilla.
Did
Take a
she
chill-
just make $1
take a
million
chill pill.
on fees
Take
on a
a
rug
chill
pull?
pill.
I'm just trying to figure out
Do you
who-
know how much it costs for lawyer fees to create a foundation in the Cayman
Foundation.
Islands, to hire directors? Do you think this stuff pays for itself? Right?
So y'all wanted to make the money on day one? I don't understand. I'm just asking.
We're
who
here every
actually
single
makes the
day.
Millions of
Day
dollars in
one,
fees from the
day
rug.
two, day three. This is how you run a project forever. Is you have to fund that. First of all, over here can speak to the extensive amount of work and time and people that are on this project. Over here has around 18 people working on this.
I want to hear when he
as
breaks it down.
We're really trying
The money. You haven't answered the question.
and not just do it for one day and do it for 2 days like you're
So
used
who
to.
made the money? You haven't answered the question. Who made the money? How much did Haley Welch make of that million, 1.8 million?
It's a foundation that is running this project.
How much
okay?
does she own of it?
It's a foundation. I don't own.
$1 million was just
I'm
made.
telling you, I'm asking you said. Goes to didn't work.
Hold on.
Do the math. Do
It's
the math.
defamation. You're saying that we pulled.
Here it is. So this is it.
3%.
You're defaming our character. It's
Are you not
bullshit.
talk? You
It's bullshit.
just talk over me. You talk over
No.
me.
I'm hearing bullshit.
This is the point.
No, you're not. You're talking over me. Let me just lay out your tokenomics. You guys released 3% to the Meteora pool, while you have 17% of the token allocation unlocked day one from your strategic allocation. Are you guys insane? What do you guys think exactly is going to happen when your insiders get sent their tokens? And by the way, who made the money from your 17% pre-sale while you're giving a tiny piece of the pie to the public? Like, what the hell? This is the worst tokenomics I've ever seen, and it is a scam.
It's not a scam.
So there you go. That's pretty much it. Now it's a lot of technical stuff, and I don't really get it myself. But basically, what it is that they had a pre-sale, and they gave, or Allegedly, there was a pre-sale. It was given to other investors first. So when people started buying, that original 70% rose in value. And then those people made a lot of money. They pulled out their money, and when they pulled out their money, it all fell. So everybody else who propped them up pretty much lost everything because the value
Isn't that what
dropped.
happened to GameStop?
Yeah,
much same shit?
yeah, pretty much. But they didn't. No, is that it wasn't. GameStop was against put options.
Well, yeah.
They had put options on GameStop, which means that GameStop was going to fail. So the investment firms that had put options against GameStop, they lost all their money because instead of it failing, everybody bought into it and it rose.
Right, and it
So it was the
rose up.
exact opposite actually, and that's why it screwed them because they expected it to fall. See, in the game of things, you can put money on a stock that it'll rise, but you can put a put option against it where it'll fall. So you can make money if it falls. You can make money if it rises, depending upon how you're investing. I don't know much about it, but when it comes to this basically, that's what the rug pull is that they gave a 17% to pre-investors in the beginning, which could be anybody. And when everybody started buying into the hot coin, some people said that they put their entire life savings in it. Some people said they put their kids' college fund in it. And I'm just like, I get it. I don't get me wrong. I feel bad, but you're also a jackass.
Don't feel bad at all.
Well, I mean, they thought this was a good opportunity. You know what I'm saying? They were sold on a good opportunity.
But it didn't even, not only did it not last very long, but no one gave it time
Hours.
to do anything.
It lasted hours.
You can't just throw all of your money
That's what I'm saying.
into something that has no long-term plan or goal.
I feel bad for that. I feel bad that they lost money, but I don't feel bad because they put so much into it. Like, why would you do that? Why would you do that? You know what I'm trying to say? That's the thing.
And look at the person who started it, Haley Welch. Nothing against the girl. I'm sure she's a fucking.
I don't know, bro. She's starting to seem kind of like she kind of seem kind of sketchy now.
Here's the thing.
Not because just this, but how she treated the guys that actually got her fame and how she kind of like threw them under the bus, saying how they kind of screwed her. I was like, wait a minute.
The thing is, she's a woman.
Ooh,
sorry.
I was not gonna say that.
I'm gonna say it. Shit, I'm raising girls right now as it is, so I'm gonna just say it flat out. She's a woman that is an overnight sensation.
Yeah.
Why? Because of social media. When you become an overnight sensation on social media, you blow up big and you become the biggest topic that's known for a while. That shit gets to your head, and I'm sorry, women are very egotistical when it comes to shit like this. The spotlight is on you now, so now it's all about me. And this was a horrible idea to begin with, and for people to even put something on it from this person, again, somebody who's just an overnight.
Wow.
This person right there. I'm sorry. Again, she's probably a wonderful girl. Nothing against her, but this kind of thing happens and it blows up in everybody's face because she just became an overnight sensation this year.
Mm-hmm.
There's nothing.
But you can't hate on her capitalizing. Like, she's making the money she can.
Of course,
she's stretching her 15 minutes of fame as much as possible.
Can to make the money that she wants to make. And again, nothing against the hustle. The people that have put money into this and invested into this without even knowing where this was going, those are the people that are idiots. I'm sorry. There's no. It's a scam. It says it right there.
It wouldn't have blown up. Basically, what he's trying to say is that it wouldn't have blown up without y'all. Without you
people that contributed to this.
Yes, it wouldn't have blown up without y'all. So the fact of the matter is, though, is that you guys contributed to your own failure. So yeah, you didn't buy a faulty product. You didn't invest in a faulty business. You bought into something, and because you threw your money into it, you raised it and then and allowed it to fail. So without you guys, it wouldn't have been a rug pull at all.
No,
kind of a thing.
If you would have just allowed it to grow at a normal standing rate, it probably would have been something by next year. And I'm sorry, these quick money making schemes and that's all it is. I understand everybody's hurting. I understand the economy's hurt. Everybody's struggling at this point. But these quick get-rich-quick schemes are not a way to go.
So you're telling me that meme coins aren't the way to go to try and get myself out to move up to the east side for a deluxe apartment in the sky?
Oh, Absolutely. Like you might.
Are you sure?
It's the same thing as taking your last $1,000 and going into a casino and betting big, putting it all on black.
At least you have 50-50 chance, right? At least you have better
You have
odds.
better
You have
odds
better
there.
odds. You have better odds there. You do. You do.
This is this the fact that, and everybody's even against this, how the government has no regulations when it comes to these coins. The fact that there is no regulation is the reason why this happened in the first place. There's no control. Anything can happen. Yes, it became big in a matter of hours, but then it just as quick as it got big, it even faster it fell.
Yeah.
And that's the problem. You know, even Bitcoin, for some reason, is still skyrocketing. I don't understand it. I don't care.
But even Bitcoin had like a
But
huge
there was,
dip at
there
one
was a
point.
huge dip at it.
Huge dip at one
and it
point.
almost fell out because of this guy that's in jail right now.
Right, right.
But people need to understand and realize the quick way is not the way. Take your time, slow down. Don't throw all your money in. If you have all this money, you feel like you're gonna throw a quarter of that into it. Start small. Watch it grow. If it grows, okay, put a little bit more into it. Don't shove anything in there, and then when it all falls apart, you're like,
Don't shove it all in there, okay? Don't shove it all in there.
You gotta be gentle. You gotta be okay. It doesn't just open up on its own.
We definitely wrapping up now. Okay. So yeah, that's about it, guys. You know, I don't know. You wanna good God.
That's what happened.
You wanna yeah, that's what we did on the brand this year, clearly. So year-end review of 2024 of Geek Bros was also god awful. I'm gonna call us out. It was terrible.
I'm trying.
Nothing came out.
I'm trying.
Absolutely nothing came out. Maybe I think 2 or 3 episodes. I can
Yeah.
even go on
There's only been a few
YouTube.
episodes.
And I'll tell you, for the year, this is the least productive we've ever been. And I'm going to throw us under the bus as well, because even though we're not like a big studio, we're not here for you guys. Whoever you guys are, it's probably like half of you now, to be real. Let me see. I'm going to Geek Bros. The Geek Bros.
Not to mention that this man is still sitting on things that he hasn't even released yet.
But okay, but I have a reason. I have an excuse. I honestly, you guys know. Okay, let's be real. The last episode we did was the
That one,
yeah,
that fell apart. No, not
Yeah.
that one. That one.
yeah, this one,
That fell
right?
apart.
171st. That was because my computer couldn't handle it. It couldn't handle me doing this and stream at the same time. Imagine trying to edit. Imagine. So listen, I want to make it very clear. That's why I'm going to reinvest in the studio one last time. I'm going to upgrade the studio. That's coming next year once I come back from Asia again. But we did 1, 2, 3, 4. This is the 5th. We did five podcasts in a 12-month year. So what do I tell you?
But we're ending the year in a bang.
We are? I feel like it's a whimper, That's what we're ending the year.
I don't think it's a. I think it's a.
No, not even. Not even. It's
We're trying. Okay, I'm trying. I have a birthday coming up soon.
do you? When is that?
5th. It's coming
Of what? January?
next month. Yeah.
Oh, are we doing
Yeah.
something?
We haven't had that.
I mean, I wouldn't mind like hanging out with you. That'd be great. Because we were friends once. So I mean, I wouldn't mind before I go off to Asia
We used
again.
to be friends before you started working a lot. Sorry.
No, that's that. You don't pick any time for me.
I don't have time. Fudge, you sound like one of these girls that I'm not talking to.
Exactly. That's my point right there. If you have time to talk to girls, you have time. Podcast, hang with your boy.
Time to talk to anybody.
Liar! All right, that's it for Keepin' the Geek Bros podcast, episode 172. Okay. Shameless promotions, where can they find you?
I am Man 17093 on Ertang.
Everything.
And keep an eye out constantly for our pages because I am still posting and massively doing stuff.
Yeah, TikTok and Instagram are on fire with stuff from the past, and of course announcements, things that we can't talk about. And but yeah, he's still doing it. He's doing it. You can find me Viberev Studios, VIBEREVSTUDIOS. That's Twitter, that's Instagram, that's YouTube. Facebook, who cares? Here we go. Here we go. Boots on the Ground is my travel vlog that I'm actually actively editing. I have plenty of things. I'm gonna start dropping a whole bunch of episodes in January before I leave again. So look out for that. It's Boots on the Ground, BOOTSON. Oh, forget it. It's literally one word. Boots on the Ground. I have a TikTok, but yeah, I have a TikTok. I did a TikTok for this. I'm actually going in. There's an Instagram, there's a TikTok. It's Boots on the Ground Travel and Boots on the Ground travel vlog on YouTube as well. Check it out. It's there. Or if you go to Geek Bros, I think I added it to Geek Bros channel at the bottom. I did not eat it. I did not add it at the Geek Bros at the channel at the bottom. Whatever. I will. But you can check it out. Boots on the Ground. I have a teaser trailer there, and I have a few little things. 2 things are coming out next week, and then I should be dumping a bunch of footage from the Philippines in January before I leave again to go back to the Philippines. And then you guys will check it out. It's
You get to meet his lady boyfriend that he met.
friends, plural. Check that out.
Multiple.
Well, that's it. So you can find us whenever we actually are doing anything. Geek Bros with a 0, GEKBR0S. That's Twitter and Instagram, TikTok as well. You can email us, geekbros with a 0 at yahoo.com, GEEKBR0S at yahoo.com. I have not looked at our email in forever. So if you are emailing us, you might want to send us a message on one of the other things first, and then we'll go find the email. I haven't checked the email in a year or
I got
more.
a new phone. I don't even think I'm signed
He doesn't think he's not even signed into it anymore. Facebook.com// Geek Bros with a 0. There's posts there sometimes. WeBeGeeksPC.com. We renewed for another year, guys, so we're gonna try. So it's the first place to find the Geek Bros. Check us out. And YouTube.com/@ Geek Bros with a 0. That's YouTube.com/@ GEEKB0S for our entire catalog. Everything is there from start to finish. Binge watch it. More than 3/4 of it doesn't have this man here, but it's me. I'm the continuity. It doesn't matter how big or small I look. It's always here. So that's it for keeping the Geek Bros podcast. And remember, geeking out still sounds this good.